Fellas, listen up. If your girl has done any of these things and you're like in a serious relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, committed, she has done any of these things, it's a red flag and you need to break up with her expeditiously, immediately. Tune in. If your girl has gone on girls' trips while you've been in a relationship, break up with her. 9 times out of 10, she's going with her friends who are single. And her friends who are single are looking for attention from men. They're not going on these girls' trips for spa days, getting their nails done, shopping. That might be part of the girls' trip, but that ain't the only thing she's doing. Her toxic friends are in her head saying, "Oh, you don't need her. You don't need that man. Come be outside with us. The outside single life is where it's at." They're getting in her head. Break up with her because she gonna end up breaking up with you. Number 2, she constantly gaslights you or she's very combative. Every little thing that you say, she has a response. And it's not like a sweet response. It's a very defensive response. You say, "Hey babe, can you just clean your hair out of the shower? It's stuck in the drain." Her response is, "Well, I would if you would take out the trash every Friday." It's very combative. Feminine women are not combative. We live a soft era. We don't do all that extra shit. If she's being extra and just has an attitude for no reason, she's too comfortable. She needs a reality check. Break up with her. Number 3, if she has any male friends, I don't care if she knew them since preschool, middle school, high school. Any male friends, break up with her. Break up with her because she's using her male friends as a backup. I don't give a crap. Those are her backup plans in case you fuck up.
Now, all of these things that she's saying is 100% true. You can probably add another 47 things to go along with 3 to just make it an even 50. But let me add one more caveat to solve for some of the stuff that she said. Um, if she is still spending time or hanging around people that's not conducive for the life that she's now in, meaning that if she's a married woman, but she spent all of her time hanging out with her single friends, chances are she has not evolved, she has not changed. That time in her life, and I'm not saying that she can't have friends or she's supposed to completely cut off old friends, but what I am saying is that everybody has a season in your life, in her life, in our lives. And you are evolving every single day. And if the majority of your energy is spent doing the same stuff that you was doing before you met him, then that means that you wasn't ready to be in a relationship in the first place. And I know that that is going to be controversial, and I want to address all 3 of her points. I know that that is going to be controversial because, uh, of course, you have this decentering men movement. You have women acting like they don't need men anymore until they get in a relationship, and then all of a sudden they're gonna have this big epiphany. But you are malleable. You are evolving. You are changing. You have different goals in your life, and that often at times comes with the company that you keep, and the company that you keep is based off of where you're trying to go. So if you're spending an extraordinary amount of time, her, with her single homegirls doing single women shit, then what do you think is going to happen? You think that she's going to be the only good one of the group? Usually, you are a reflection of the company that you keep. If you spend a whole lot of time around broke people, guess what you're going to be? If you spend a lot of time around wise people, guess what you're going to be? So, I often look at women with the side eye and say, you need a whole nother friend group. So this points back to her original point when she was talking about the whole girls trip. I don't see anything wrong with girls trips, depending on the type of girls that she go on a trip with. Because first of all, I don't believe that men should be chasing women like that. I don't believe that if you are in a relationship and you're worried about what she's doing, and you probably shouldn't even be in a relationship with her, just keep her hanging around or whatever, or just deal with her accordingly. But don't put marriage expectations on a chick that you run in the streets with just because you're getting emotional and you're getting tied up with whatever it is that her lifestyle is, or you don't want nobody else to have her. They got this narrative out there that says that, if he want to take you off the market or whatever, no, nah, man, listen, I ain't all that for that. Like, I think that there's a clear separation between hoes and wives. And often at times we'll use hoes interchangeable with women, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't separate from the wives. And the chicks that's for the streets, you just need to understand that she's not yours. It's just your turn. Just because you're getting emotionally attached to her, because you're dealing with her on a regular basis, doesn't mean that you're going to prevent her from being in the streets with the guys that she wants to be with, depending on what she's experiencing at that particular time. And if you got to move on pins and needles in order to keep her, then you in the wrong game. You absolutely are going to get washed up in this game. And eventually you'll probably crash out, be stressed out, and find yourself on the bad end of the stick. Now, the other flip side of that is she spoke about male friends, right? And I believe that it is very difficult, if not damn near impossible, for a woman to successfully be in a relationship when she is still having male friends. If she spends an extraordinary amount of time, and again, let's go back to the original thing that I was saying as far as the company that you keep. First of all, you have to assume, even if there's a 5% possibility that it didn't happen and she didn't sleep with him, you have to already assume that at the very minimum, he is feeling her. At the very minimum, he probably is just in a friend zone and he ain't hit yet. So when he see you with her or she get into it with you, who you think that she gonna be talking about and pillow talking with and telling all your business to? Because that's her bestie, that's her best friend. Some of these guys even try to disguise themselves as bisexual or gay or whatever, and it doesn't mean that they haven't slept with men, but it don't mean that they ain't trying to bust down that chick too. And a lot of times when men are in those positions, they the guy that can't wait for her to finally realize that he was the one for her all along until he wind up moving on, or sometimes he don't move on and he just stays best friends with her forever. And then a lot of times he'll even speak down on you or she'll look to him for male advice and all of that bullshit. Man, get on up out of here with that nonsense. Chicks that have male friends or an extraordinary amount of male friends, you need to absolutely throw the asterisk and the red flag on her. And the whole combative thing, ditto. Never, ever, ever, under any circumstance, ever deal with a woman that is going to be combative or talk back or go on all of this stuff, because I don't even believe in arguments. I believe in discussions. I believe in calm conversations. And not even too many of that, because my rule of thumb is I'm going to spend 98, 99% of my time doing the thing or loving the thing that I like about you, instead of spending all of my time trying to figure out how I'm going to fix you. You just going to have to already come, the way that you're supposed to be. And so for y'all to be out here arguing with these women and going back and forth and every single thing that she says, or maybe she wasn't like that in the beginning and now she's starting to get like that, you need to stop chasing her. Man, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Stop chasing these women, trying to convince them that they need to do, be, or act a certain way. If she is not by default moving differently around you because she respects you so much and she don't want to disappoint you, you not him to her. You may be him to a lot of people. You may be him to a lot of other people. She don't even feel the threat that you could leave, and that's why she getting so comfortable disrespecting you. You not him to her. If she always got something to say, if she always got to get the last word, if she's always arguing it, if she's combative, if she's dismissive, if she don't listen to you, if you got to say a lot just to get a little up out of her, man, you just need to let her suffer, bro. And she not going to learn a lesson until she understand your value. And your value is not going to inherently be tied up in what it is that she got going on. I'm just telling you right now, bro. Real talk. Like, if you have to continue to try to convince somebody that they are supposed to be operating a certain type of way with you, but they can't, but they were like that before, but then they evolved into being something completely different, and then they make a lot of excuses as to why they not submissive, or why they so combative, or why they got to get the last word, or why they keep being disrespectful and all of that stuff. I am telling you, you are going to be in trouble, and you are basically enabling bad behavior when you don't check that shit at the door. I've seen it 1,000 different times. Don't ask me how I know. I've seen it. And it's a lot to get a person to change their behavior once they've gotten comfortable, especially if they in it for months or years in a whole relationship with you, and they've been comfortable continuing to do disrespectful shit or getting the last word, or they got to say something, or they don't do what they're supposed to do. Most of the time, they don't feel like you'll ever leave. And so as a result, they're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Check that shit at the door. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to see y'all on After Hours tonight. Peace.